idea. All right, here we go. Hey, Serafina, thank you for the raid. I just saw that too. Like, you know what I mean? Close out my tab then. Thank you very much for the raid. I don't think I'm getting, my alerts are not going off.
Whoa.
That's going off at least.
They're so good. That trailer was so good.
The time.
Welcome, Raiders. Much appreciated for the raid.
Super good trailer.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our very first DBD live stream of 2026. This is going to be a massive year for DBD, and we want you to come along on the ride with us.
Because the
We're
DVD
so happy to be
update,
kicking
not
off
console. Yeah,
right
it's
now
not on
with a chapter
PC
we're
either.
calling
Still,
Stranger Things, Chapter
I think
2.
it's going to be
right
after
behind Dork's
this.
Head. There's a lot of fun and Stranger Things stuff to talk about on the show. So, wow. First of all, about the show, a big fan. The finale, like it's been so cool to be a little teeny weeny piece of something everyone's talking about in like pop culture, online, social, all that.
Something that's taking up a lot of brain space, and for us to be a part of that is just such a treat.
It's really cool.
Thank you for the raid. Much
and so
appreciated.
It's really neat that the Hawkins gang is coming to DBD.
Cool if we
and
had
we're
a
going to
new
talk
map.
about that today. And of course, the one and only Vecna, 11, Dustin, and more fan favorites. They're all entering the fog today, right after the show. So let's get to it. I should stop yapping. No one's here for that. Let's get the live stream going right now for Stranger Things Chapter 2.
Yeah, it's also really strange as a Stranger Thing, to note that Stranger Things actually debuted just 1 month apart from when Dead by Daylight launched in 2016. Like, that is crazy timing. And for us to have come back together twice now is so amazing. But, you know, you could say that we've kind of grown side by side with that in mind, including in our first crossover in 2019 that brought over Steve, Nancy, and the Demogorgon into the trials. And now 7 years later, we're doing it again.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, celebrating one of the biggest shows, as Eric said, that's currently on everyone's mind here in the past decade, while getting ready to kick off for the next 10 years of Dead by Daylight. We've also got a lot to cover today, so let's go ahead and get this rolling with looking at today's run of show. So no surprise, we're going deep on everything that went into the new chapter. We'll talk about how it all came together with our very own version of the Duffer Brothers, Dave Rashad and Matthew Cote. And we'll check out character designs, new and old, with our associate art director, Sarah Robinson. And finally, we'll get into some bone-snapping gameplay with Vecna's game designer, Yannick.
So this is an hour long.
I never thought of Dave and Matt as brothers, but now I do. We'll also be taking a look at our latest collections with senior live ops specialist Hollis, including the brand new Stranger Things legendary outfits, which you're not going to want to miss, and a few extra surprises along the way. And then to wrap things up, we've got a peek at the return of 2v8, a look at the new Rift,
Which will go live on all platforms except for the Switch.
Fantastic questions in our Q&A.
Yes, but obviously, first things first, you're watching the stream, right? You should be. I mean, how else would you be hearing me talk, actually? So, since you are watching the live stream, and hopefully on Twitch, you can sign yourself up for some Twitch drops. They're free. Everyone like free? I like free. Free for me. And we're pretty sure, you know, you're going to want to get these. So we've got 3 brand new rewards you can earn just by watching today's show, starting today and running right until February 10th. They're super easy to claim, and you can register by simply linking your behavior account. So head on over to our Twitch chat or scan the QR code that's somewhere on the screen for a quick setup.
So cool that we were able to tie it to Stranger Things. So the first 3 of our drops there, the Upside Down Gates badge you can earn by watching just 1 hour. So essentially just this show will get you that badge. Then we've got the very cool Ruins of Hawkins banner, which is for a total of 3 hours. And then the mind-melting Dustin's Cap charm for anyone who accumulates 6 total hours of watch time.
And as a quick reminder for everyone watching, this summer marks Dead by Daylight's 10th anniversary, and we've got tons of amazing stuff rolling out over the course of this year to celebrate that. So you can check out the anniversary page on the Dead by Daylight website for more information. But if you want to go ahead and get your hands on the very limited 10th anniversary collector's set, pre-orders close on January 31st. So that means that you've only got a few more days to go ahead and get it while you can. And we'll also be bringing the Dead by Daylight community together in Montreal, at Montreal's Old Port, for a one-day anniversary event on June 14th, 2026. Mark your calendar. Subscribe to our newsletter and keep an eye on our socials so that you can keep up to date on when tickets go on sale in the near future. But now, without further ado, it's time to get stranger with some Stranger Things, starting with Dave and Matt.
Let's do it.
The creative direction. Are they going to talk about the grimoire, maybe?
Oh, hey. We've been saying this a lot for the past year. We've been in a lucky position. We're going to talk about one of the most requested chapters of all time coming to DVD, and it's true yet again. Stranger Things Chapter 2. It's so cool to be part of this moment that's out there in the culture of entertainment right now. We get to have our little piece of it.
3,000.
And who better to talk to about creating this new chapter of Stranger Things
250,
than
so.
Dave Richard and Matt Cote.
They can try to sell for 300
Thank
or
you.
3,000, but there's no,
So thanks for
there's no
joining us.
buyers at
Let's
250.
kick it off. What was it like to work on this?
It was fantastic. It was really cool. You know, we're all big fans of Stranger Things, just like the rest of the world. And the team's been looking, you know, since the first chapter we've done, through the whole story, the whole evolution of this show. And it was great to see what they've done. It was great to be able to interact with them again and create this amazing chapter.
Yeah. I mean, we were sad for a moment there when we had to let go of the chapter. It happens, it's part of life, but we never stopped working really, really hard to get it back. And we did, which was great. And while we were in these conversations, we obviously took the opportunity to try to find a way to bring even more of the Stranger Things content into Dead by Daylight, and that's what you're getting today. Now, we were there at the very beginning of Stranger Things, and we're here now at the end. It's kind of really cool to be part of that whole cycle and be here for the incredible finale that they brought into this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of that, you were both here when we did the first chapter. I wasn't, so I shouldn't say we. When you did the first chapter, but what's it like approaching a sequel chapter? That must have been an interesting challenge.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially for a show like this and the evolution it got. And after completing the first chapter, we, back in the day, were privy to a little bit of information where the series was going. And we knew that they were going to go towards a more mature, more horror feeling. Didn't know exactly what it was, but we were excited to explore this.
Yeah.
And so when we had a chance right now to finish this, to complete it, I mean, it's quite interesting. It's quite, it's a challenge, but it's the most fun we can get out of an experience like that.
Heck yeah. So, Vecna, that's where we
Yes.
landed, which is obviously a no-brainer if you've seen it. You know, Vecna is the big bad.
Of course.
So it made sense. But what about on the Survivor side of things? How did we land on the characters we chose? There's such a group to choose from.
There's so many really cool characters in this show, and so many that are like the main protagonists. Like, it's a big group of people, and we could have gone a few different ways. This came from a lot of conversations with Netflix. They were nice enough to sit down with us and really talk through and figure out who would be the best fit. They were trying really hard also to not spoil anything to us while they were talking. They didn't want to commit too much. They were saying, like, yeah, this character, yeah, okay, this one. Anyway, but I think in the end, of course, 11 had to be in. It's Stranger Things, you need 11. Dustin, I mean, he's an awesome guy, and he's a fan favorite, and it was just a great fit. So now, with those two in, and the legendary outfits that we have, means that now you could get Dustin and Steve back together again, bringing back Eddie. I mean, for so many of us, Eddie is an absolute favorite, and so awesome to be able to see him again, run around, even though he's getting murdered repeatedly now in Dead by Daylight.
Only if you're bad.
Yeah, true.
True.
And then Robin in her Scoops Ahoy outfit, so her and Steve can finally get back to work.
Absolutely. That's going to be the mix I want to see the most, for sure. And what's crazy is that we have enough, or almost enough, characters and
Two
cosmetic
killers.
to be able to do a 2v8.
No promises, guys. No promises, but I like the sound of that. So, okay, we're gonna have Sarah and Jenna coming.
they were just
very
talking about
shortly
the
to talk
characters
about
that
the
they
art
brought in.
direction, the gameplay design of Vecna.
Eddie,
But before we do
Dustin,
that,
Robin,
I thought it would be cool to ask you.
Levin.
You know, we have a lot of new players this past year, so
almost an
what do you
entire
want people to
roster
take away
of
from
Stranger
their,
Things
their,
that they
their
could do a
time
2v8 with?
Stranger Things Chapter 2?
I mean, as usual, I want to say that, but it's true in this case. We want people to feel just how much we love the source material, how much we endeavored to try to make this feel as genuine as possible. For us, it's a celebration of Stranger Things, which we think, like you were saying, it's such a massive thing in the pop culture right now. We want people to feel like this is an authentic representation.
Hey, thank you
building
for
a
the
chapter is a
follow
work
as
of
well,
passion,
Coffee.
and the representation is so important.
Yep.
That universe, and the team nailed it. So in all the details, the cosmetic, the visual, the power of Vecna, the ability to go in the upside down, the use of the vines, the use of the doom clock, all of this creates that really immersive.
Thank you for the
Stranger Things
gifted
experience
sub to
within DVD.
Serafina.
So the show's over.
Thank you, Kevin.
But
Yeah,
fans
maybe
can
those
go
are
into
gonna come
DVD and make Stranger Things live forever.
No more
Right?
ads
That's
for
what we
you.
were talking earlier. Like that, people
Yes.
can play out their own storylines now in the game, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys both
What
for
is
your work
banana?
on making this happen.
It's not a banana.
I think
It's a
everyone's going to be
phone.
really psyched in a few minutes when they can actually play it.
Hello.
We had
Watermelon
great
meow
responses
meow.
in the PTB. So, thanks so much for joining us here as well. It's always awesome to have you here.
Oh, pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Back to work.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Watermelon meow meow.
So
says
as you
hi.
can probably tell from everything Dave and Matt were just saying, between the previous chapter
El
and now our
Capitan.
new chapter, we have a lot of Stranger Things content in the game, and it plays super well, but it also looks flipping great. And that's thanks to our art team. So we brought Sarah Robinson here to represent the art team, one of our wonderful art directors. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I was involved in the first chapter in a very different capacity, but it's great to be involved in chapter 2.
It's so cool. And it's our second ever sequel chapter. We did it with Resident Evil, which you also worked on. That one, though, was a year apart. This is 6.5 years apart.
Something like that, yeah.
So does that gap of that size create opportunities or challenges when you're working on these things?
Kind of a bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly one of the best opportunities that we have is that our techniques and technology that we have these days is quite a bit different than what we had access to back then. For example, the biggest one is face scans. These are 3D assets that Netflix has given us. These are the same ones that they use in their own VFX.
I'm curious.
The actual actor.
Of the
Man,
actual actors,
so
The,
exactly.
the
And there is a
tambourine
little bit of,
growing with the
processing
last
that
one, that
happens
was
that we
great.
Make sure that it
I
looks
wonder if there'll be
correct
any
in
good ones like
game, and
that, though.
You know, everybody looks as best as we can make them. But in addition to that,
There'll
we
definitely be more
also have
bugs.
just a sheer volume of assets that we didn't have access to back then. Not just the previous seasons, so we can check outfits or personalities or all of those things, but also Netflix has been a fantastic collaborator, giving us lots of behind-the-scenes references. And I say a lot, but of course,
All the bugs.
it's still a little bit of a surprise for us as well.
It is
Wasn't
Bug by
live yet.
Daylight.
No.
The season was not out. So
Definitely not.
we're
And-
working with a limited playbook.
Dead by
And
Bug
that
Light.
is certainly one of the biggest challenges,
Right.
is that because we're
Dead
dealing
by
with characters that had
Daybugs.
not yet come out yet, we had to rely on Netflix as a partner to make sure that we got everything correct.
Super cool. And something you said in there was a little hint. So we're getting obviously a bunch of new stuff, but it sounds like we're revamping something with the old characters too.
That's by Day Player.
So this was an
Daywalker.
opportunity when we're looking at what we are capable of doing now versus back then, and we thought a really good candidate for a little bit of a face upgrade is Miss Nancy. So as some of you have seen
I heard people
in
didn't like that,
PTB,
actually.
we've already started reworking her face, but
I heard
we
people
do
didn't
hear the
like the Nancy
concerns that we
change.
haven't got it quite right yet.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking at making further updates. Something that is going to help